Hello everyone, my name is PolishLynx. Welcome back to Everlasting Summer, and our guy finally realized that he had a matchbox in his freaking pocket. Alright, let's continue. I tried to light a match with my shaky hands but couldn't get them to light. Calm down, I muttered. At last, after the fifth try, the mine was lighted by a dim light. I quickly oriented myself and worked out which way I had to run. It seemed to me that the only few seconds passed before I found myself in the room where I'd left Masha. The last match went out, but I just had enough time to see Lena raising her cleaver above Masha. I rushed towards them screaming and dived forward. My hand suddenly collided with something. I fell to the ground and began smashing everything around me. Most of my punches didn't hit the mark, but then my hands met something soft. I heard a moan and dead silence set in. I rolled on my back and started breathing heavily, inhaling the dry air greedily. "Masha?" I called. I heard quiet sobs. "Are you still alive?" "Yeah," she whispered. "Did she get you?" "No." I began to fumble in darkness and soon found the torch and the lighter. Shapeless shadows began to dance on the walls, and I saw Lena's body sprawled on the floor. She seemed to be alive. I was going to finish her. "Don't!" Masha crawled right over to me and grabbed my leg. "But we can't just... You don't need to." Of course, Lena wasn't to blame for everything. But she's the devil incarnate. There's no way you can let a human like her, if she can still be called a human, live. But when I look at Masha, I realize that I can't. I just can't. I took up the cleaver from the floor and, twisting it in my hands, I decided that it would make a perfect crowbar. Going over to the door, I jumped it into the wheel and pulled on it as hard as I could. The door creaked and opened. Fresh air streamed into the room. We're saved. I returned to Masha, helped her to get up, and we left the room, leaving Lena lying unconscious. Beyond the door, there was a short corridor with a ladder at the end of it, which led up to a grating. I climbed up and pulled on it with all my strength. The grating fell down with a crash and we climbed out. And Jenda is on fire again. I fell to the grass, exhausted, and looked around. Again this square, again this camp. The bright red dawn was breaking the east, burning the tops of a distant forest. The last stars winked at me, unaware of everything that had happened here, in this hell. Masha rested her head on my shoulder and pointed up to the sky with a trembling hand. "I wish we were there." We got out of the dungeon. Nothing is over. Crowds of zombie Ulyanas are wandering through the camp. An insane Lena is lying underneath, and heaven knows how much more devilry we will encounter here. "I really want to sleep." I didn't know how to answer her, because I don't know where to run. Don't know where can we be safe. I don't know how to return to our world. Sleep. I patted Masha's head. "Listen, this would make a great script for a film." She laughed out loud. I looked at her in horror. Masha was smiling, but her smile wasn't diabolical like that one of Lena's. It was pure, honest, maybe even childish. All her exhaustion had gone away, and her eyes were shining with a cheerful spark. "What happened to you?" I could hardly speak. "Everything is fine." She lay down on my shoulder again. "That was the last scene." "Huh?" Suddenly I felt my strength leaving me. "What do you mean, last scene?" My vision darkened, my consciousness began to float away somewhere. I was lying in silence, and only the sound of Masha's breath could be heard. Not the grasshoppers chirping, like all of them had died at last, but only Masha's steady breathing. And her smile. "What do you mean, the last scene?" "And?" "What is happening?" I struggled to open my eyes. Bright moonlight reflected on the water, cheerfully skipping on the waves. A light night breeze was blowing and somewhere far away and all was hoodie. I looked at Masha, who peacefully slept nearby, covered by my shirt. What a dream. My mobile phone dimly showed the time. 3 AM. We'd better go to bed, or tomorrow Olga Dmitrievna will make us. I just decided to wake up Masha, but I suddenly noticed an open script and a pen next to her. I quickly went through several pages and was horrified. It was completely identical to what happened in my dream. Bead rose in my throat and my eyes darkened. Masha rolled over, opened her eyes and looked at me. You awake? Did you write this? I asked, thick-tongued. Yeah, what's wrong? I didn't know how to answer. I just couldn't understand what was going on. You were sleeping so cutely that I didn't want to wake up. And the grasshoppers were chirping so loudly, so I... She smiled. Wait, but we are here now. I mean, we're not pioneers, we are filming here and all that kind of stuff, aren't we? Yeah, of course we are. Masha looked at me uncomprehendingly. Maybe I woke up, read what she wrote and then fall asleep again? You're drenched with sweat. She fumbled in the pockets of the pioneer uniform next to her and gave me a handkerchief. A typical Russian handkerchief embroidered with colorful flowers. I took it and suddenly felt a surge of warmth, the same warmth you feel when someone dear to your heart gives you a present. Shall we go? Masha started getting dressed. Yeah, let's go. I barely stood up and went down to the river. Cold water revived me, and that dream stopped seeming so real. After all, it was just a dream, wasn't it? On our way back, Masha held my hand and chattered about everything non-stop. We came to the square. I hope those creatures will let me sleep at least tonight, she said thoughtfully. Who? The grasshoppers. Yeah, that'd be great. Well, I'll go. She looked at me keenly, turned around and was about to leave. Wait. I grabbed her hand, pulled her towards me, and kissed her hard. Because sometimes a dream is just a dream, and reality is reality. What is this? I don't even... Exactly, the same feeling for me. I have no idea what happened here. Oh, goddamn, every story has its beginning and its end. Okay. Miku/Masha wrote was something super, very surprising. Damn. The most crazy from all endings, from all roads, but I think that makes it the best so far. Holy... Wow. Completely didn't expect something like that here. Huh. Wow. Completely left me speechless. Alright, after Miku's Road, let's end it here. Hope you enjoyed it. And well, we'll see each other on another road in the next episode. Bye.